91.3 KPVU Prairie View A&M University. Excellence lives here. Mark Angel checking in with you on your beautiful day here. And it's always a good time to have special guests in the building. And I'm here right now with this wonderful lady who came last year and told us all about the V.I.T.A program. Ramona Morris, Administrative Coordinator for the College of Business and the Assistant Coordinator for V.I.T.A. Welcome.
Welcome. How y'all doing?
Thank you so much for being here this time.
Thank you for having me.
It's that time of year.
Yes, it is.
And we're talking about the V.I.T.A program, V.I.T.A.
V.I.T.A.
What does that stand for?
It stands for Volunteer Income Tax Assistance.
And the volunteer income tax assistance is important because it's around that time. It's tax time. And I know I get a little worried. I panic a little bit around like
Everybody
March,
do.
April. Why is that?
Well, people get nervous because they might have to pay back. They might not get as much as they did last year or the year before. The money's pretty much already spent before they get it. A lot of people already know what they're going to do with the tax money, but then a lot of people end up owing where last year they probably got a little back. So, and then this year they may owe, and they don't like that. People don't like the old IRS.
Does it seem like everybody waits until around this time to kind of look at their year of finances?
Some people procrastinate and just put it off. Some people forget and don't they forget and don't have time to do it and wait to the last minute. A lot of people who owe, they're gonna owe anyway. So why not? It's no rush. Like why am I rushing to pay the IRS? I already know I'm gonna have to pay taxes. And then sometimes those that do owe taxes, they like to get an extension because they just don't feel like doing them at that time. Since they owe, I mean, like, what's the rush?
So how long has the V.I.T.A program been going on? How long have you been involved with the V.I.T.A?
I've been involved with V.I.T.A for 5 years since I've been here on campus.
5 years?
For 5 years.
Now, how long has the program been
The program has been around for over 20 years on campus at PVAMU. Over 20 years. It started in 2004.
And how did you and V.I.T.A come together?
Well, me and V.I.T.A came together. I've been doing taxes for 20 years. And so when the dean, Dr. Caduce, when they interviewed me and he seen that I had tax experience, he had a light bulb to go off and said, well, you know what, let's just put her on the V.I.T.A committee and put her with V.I.T.A. And next thing you know, I was told, go see Miss Morris. She's going to assist with V.I.T.A. And I just been with it ever since.
Now, this might be a crazy question, but who needs to do their taxes? Who needs to get their taxes done?
Everybody who has an income. If you have an income over at least $1,500, you need to do an income tax return. People who get Social Security, they can do their income taxes too. They might not get as much back, but they are allowed to do their income taxes as well. We get a lot of people in the community that gets SSI, will get Social Security, and they come and get their taxes done. They get retirement, and they come and get their taxes done as well. So,
what about like young people? Young people, DJs that young people who have services.
We want the DJs to come and get their taxes done, of course.
Okay, because I'm thinking about I didn't really get into doing my own taxes kind of until I really got out of school. And, my mom was handling a lot of that. And, when is the age to really start taking responsibility for your taxes?
Well, we get a lot of students that's like 18, 19 years old that's working. But if you're 18, your parents can still carry you. Even if you work, you can still claim your own self, but your parents can claim you as well.
Speaking with Ramona Morris, the Administrative Coordinator for the College of Business. Congratulations.
Thank you.
And also the Assistant Coordinator for V.I.T.A, V.I.T.A. And who qualifies for V.I.T.A? Okay,
so for V.I.T.A, who qualifies for V.I.T.A? We don't go over the threshold of $67,000. So if you have a income of over $67,000, that's our threshold. the IRS won't allow us to do taxes past 67,000.
Got it.
But the Dr. Marvin Williams is the director over it. He is a certified CPA, so we do get people that come in and he do talk to them, just give them advice on, what direction that they're headed in. We don't do them, and we don't do business taxes. We are not allowed to do business taxes because we are a volunteer income tax service. So we don't assistance program. So we are not allowed to do businesses. That's a definite no. Because
got it.
Another reason why we have students that volunteer that are in the federal income tax 1 class. They are volunteer. They take a certified training through the IRS, and they come and we give them the opportunity to get the experience on doing taxes. So
that's amazing. So not only are you helping the community, but your students are getting real world experience.
They're getting real world experience. As a matter of fact, for an example, one of the students did my taxes.
Okay. How did everything?
Everything went well. She wasn't nervous. That was her first time doing taxes, and I allowed her to do mine. And so she did mine, and she was very comfortable, and she knew the questions to ask and everything. I was her first person that she did, and she did a great job.
Why is just dealing with money such a touchy thing with people? Like, some people are like, it's almost like they're scared of dealing with money.
Because you're dealing with other people's money. Because, like, for instance, I wasn't nervous because I had pretty much done mine myself, but I allowed them to get that experience. So you have people coming in, and some people, they see that you got students doing it, and they like, okay, well, I don't know if I really want a student that's not certified, that's just getting the first experience to do it. But when you go to H&R Block, when you go to Liberty Tax, when you go to Jackson Hewitt, you don't know how much experience those people have, but you allow them to do your taxes. So the whole thing about it is when you're dealing with other people's money, you just want to be careful and do it right, because you don't want to do anything wrong to where they income taxes get rejected or they're going to have to owe when they really don't supposed to owe. You just have to be careful when you're dealing with people's taxes. Money, period.
And again, Ramona Morris, thank you so much for this information. And if anybody is interested in getting more information about the V.I.T.A program, where do they go? Where are you located?
We are located in the Agriculture Business Building, 4th floor, room 440. We do taxes on Thursdays from 3 to 7, Friday 9:30 to 2, and Saturdays 9:30 to 2. But the days alternate.
Okay.
So we may do next week we're doing taxes Thursday, Friday, and Saturday.
And what do people need to bring when I come get my taxes done? What do I bring?
When you get your taxes done, I need you to bring anything that you're supposed to file. So you need your W-2.
W-2.
If you have a house, you need your mortgage interest information. You need your ID. You need your kids. If you're claiming children, that's a big thing. You need your the kids' Social Security cards. We need to know their Social Security numbers. Your spouse, if you're claiming a spouse, we need that too. If you are an international student or a person that has a visa, we need all that information because we have a lot of transfer students that come and get their taxes done. If you have 1099s, we need those. If you have T98 from school, we need those. So anything that you have to file with the IRS, we need to have all that.
Crazy question. What is the difference between a W-2, a 1099, and that other form you just named?
The 1099 is basically if you're doing Uber driving, Lyft, Uber Eats, DoorDash, or your company doesn't provide you a W-2, they have to provide you with a 1099.
Okay.
A T-1098 is where the students have, when they go to school, they'll receive a T-1098.
It's all right.
I'm getting tongue-tied with the T's and 1098.
There's a lot of T's, taxes, T's.
So you may have a 1099 DIV for your dividends. We need everything. If you get something from the bank and it says file income taxes, we need all of that.
Okay.
We need everything. We need daycare statements.
Everything.
If you're claiming you want to claim your pay for your daycare, we need that too.
When do we start like gathering these forms? When is the best time to start getting ready for?
The best time to start getting ready, to me, I would say November.
Okay.
Start gathering that stuff up, because sometimes they'll start sending you that stuff November, December. Start gathering that stuff up then. Some start sending it to you in January too. But you need to start, as you get it, you need to start putting it together in a envelope, a folder or something. So when you go, you have everything. You haven't missed anything.
This is a wonderful program here, talking to Ramona Morris here at Prairie View A&M University, the V.I.T.A program, V.I.T.A, volunteer
Income tax assistance.
Volunteer income tax assistance. And we all could use it. You know, Ramona, what are some of the biggest myths when it comes to taxes?
Some of the biggest myths. The biggest myth is people think that they can write off pretty much anything, and you can't.
Mm-hmm.
You know, one of the biggest myths was that you can write off, I go get my clothes cleaned at the cleaners for work.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to keep my receipts and I'm going to claim that. No.
Well,
The
presenting yourself at work, right?
The biggest myth is the standard deduction. That's
Okay.
a big thing that people feel like if I keep all these receipts that I can claim that. The IRS already gives you a standard deduction. And the biggest thing is if the receipts that you are keeping it's not more than what the standard deduction is, it's no point in you filing it. Like, what is your point? You're not going to get anything back from that. Another myth is people claiming the vehicle registration. You're not going to get that money back from the vehicle registrations. I don't know why people do that. You're not going to get that back.
So when people do try to claim things, like you just kind of educate them and let them know that that's not going to work, or
Yeah, Dr. Williams is good about that. Mm-hmm. He's good about letting you know there's no point in you, like, who told you can claim this? Like, why would you claim that? Like, we had someone come in and wanted to claim their baby's items. Like, I paid this much for a stroller, or I paid this much for the crib, but no, you can't write that off.
It doesn't work that way.
No.
This is very enlightening right here. Thank you so much, Ramona, for telling us about some of this.
One more thing. Another big myth is earned income credit.
Now, explain that to me.
Not everybody gets earned income credit.
What is earned income credit?
Earned income credit is it's EITC, earned income credit. It's credit that you can get from having children. So say you have 2 kids. It's only so much you can get back for having 2 kids. And then you get child tax credit. And I think it went up this year to like $2,500 per child. So, for example, I have 3 daughters. Mm-hmm. So I used to get a lot of earned income credit. But now that they're grown, I don't get anything. I don't get anything. So they're grown.
Once they hit 18?
Once they hit 17. Okay. So if they turn 17, if they're 17 at the end of December, you can't claim them anymore. Now, my daughter is 38, but she's considered permanently disabled. I can still claim her.
Got it.
Because she gets most of her care from me, more than half her care from me. If the child gets more than half their care from you, you can claim them as for earned income credit as a dependent.
So all of these questions, I'm sure that you get when people come in. So these are questions that we can bring our questions to V.I.T.A.
You can bring the questions to V.I.T.A. You can call me because I answer all the questions. If for some reason we have a website where you can go in and you can set up an appointment. But if you have questions about what to bring, if you have questions about what you can file, what you can't file, anything, you can call me and I can answer those questions for you.
All right. Can you give out that number?
The number is 936-261-9236 or 9245.
Volunteer income tax assistance. Thank you again, Ramona Morris, administrative coordinator for the College of Business. Big shout out to Dean Anika Simmons And also, Ramona is the assistant coordinator for V.I.T.A, Volunteer Income Tax Assistance.
Yes.
Free professional tax help over 20 years
Over
here
20
at Prairie
years
View.
at Prairie View.
5 years with the wonderful Ramona Morris.
Yes.
People need to get this information. It's very important. It's tax time. I know refund is probably some people's favorite word,
Refund it is.
but you have to qualify and
You have to qualify.
and have to do the things that qualify for that. So again, if anybody wants to reach out to you, where can they reach out to you at?
Well, they can reach out to me at rlmorris@pvamu.edu, or you can reach me at 936-261-9245 or 936-261-9236. And you guys need to get in because the deadline for taxes is approaching April 15th.
April 15th is the day. Ramona Morris, Administrative Coordinator for the College of Business and the Assistant Coordinator for V.I.T.A. But you're also a student.
Yes, I am.
And now what are you studying?
I am studying in social work. I'm getting a degree in social work with a minor in psychology. And I graduate in fall of this year.
What made you decide to be a student again?
What made me decide to be a student again? I have a associate's degree in psychology. I have a disabled daughter, a mentally disabled daughter, and it was because of her that got me into social work. She is the reason why I got into social work. I really want to help people. Mm-hmm. And my main thing I want to do, I want to be a lobbyist. I want to help with policy change. Mm-hmm. That's a big thing for me, helping with policy change, because there's not enough policy out here for people with disabilities. And I fight hard for my daughter, and I want to fight hard for other people. So she was the reason why I got in. That's my passion. It's something that I'm really serious about. And so I decided to get a degree in social work, and I am a senior, and I graduate fall of this year.
Fall of this year, we'll be seeing Ramona
and then
walk
I'm going
that
into
stage.
my master's.
And you go into your master's after that.
I'm going to go into my master's.
Well, that's so wonderful and so encouraging, motivational, and all of that. And you know what? That you're the person that we would want to do our taxes, because we trust you. It's like a trust element that needs to be had.
Yes.
So thank you again for
I'm
sharing
trustworthy.
that. Yes, very much, very much. Can we chat about extensions real quick?
Yes.
How do you do extensions, or what qualifies you for an extension?
Well, anybody. I mean, if you don't have time to do them, or the deadline is approaching and you don't have all your stuff, you can file an extension, and it'll give you to October the 15th to do your taxes. The sooner the better.
The sooner the better.
If you don't do an extension, you'll draw a penalty for not having your taxes done by April 15th.
And everybody can get a penalty. Like we talked about, even young people that have businesses can still get penalized.
Yes.
Like if you don't have a LLC, can you still write off certain expenses?
Yes. You just got to show that you have a legitimate business. Okay.
Now, how do you show that?
Well, you have to have the proper documentation.
Okay.
When you bring in your paperwork, your tax and stuff, you have to show it to Dr. Williams, and he can make sure that you qualify as a business.
Okay.
He'll let you know.
Dr. Williams will let you know.
Oh yeah, he'll let you know.
So, do you have any final words or anything that people they need to know when it comes to this?
Just please be mindful of the deadline, April 15th, to get your taxes done. And like I said, if you have any questions, you don't understand anything, feel free to reach out to me or Dr. Williams, and we'll be happy to assist. You can also stop by and see us. We're on the 4th floor in the Ag Business Building.
Thank you again, Ramona. Thank you so much for coming, and thanks
You're
for bringing that info.
For having me. Thank you.
It's always good to have you here.
Yes, it is.
And congratulations again on the administrative coordinator for the College of Business.
Thank you.
Making major moves at PV.
I'm trying.
Yep. So thank you again.
Thank you. You're welcome.
91.3 KPVU is tax time. V.I.T.A, V.I.T.A, Volunteer Income Tax Assistance with Prairie View A&M University and Ramona Morris.
Hey guys, how you doing? This is Ramona Morris, Administrative Coordinator to the College of Business and V.I.T.A Assistant Coordinator. And you're listening to 91.3 KPVU.